The following contains spoilers for the upcoming season of Game of Thrones. Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about how Stark's fate, about fate of Arya, Sansa and Bran Stark, supported by a few leaked photos, leaked plot, and of course with few theories of mine. If you're wondering why I'm not including Jon in this video, or if you're thinking it's because of the fact that Jon is not a Stark, the answer is no, you're not even close. Jon, no matter of his actual father, will always be a Stark for me. And yeah, the one and the only reason for not including Jon in this video is because I've already made a video recently focused on only Jon's fate. If you want, feel free to check it out. Let's start with Bran Stark's fate in the upcoming season. First of all, let's highlight the fact that from all of leaked photos, they were only taken a few photos of Bran, and those photos weren't even from the shooting set. All of Bran's leaked photos, if we can even call it leaked, were taken while Isaac was preparing for the shooting. Isaac Hampstead Wright, to us known as Bran, was filming different scenes recently. Some reports says that the scene in which Bran was also included in the lower set along with few members of the Night's Watch. Last scene that involved Bran in previous season is the scene in which Benjen escorted Bran and Mira Reed near the Castle Black. So the leak which says that Bran was filming scene with Dolores ad is not surprising at all. This means that Bran will pass beneath the wall, which confirms that Bran is on his way to Winterfell, just like leak plot says. Don't be too happy about it. Be conscious that Bran is marked by the Night King, which will bring the real threat to the Seven Kingdoms if he really decides to pass the wall in the upcoming season. As we've already seen in Season 6, after Bran was marked by Night King, the leader of the Undead Army now knows where Bran is and will come after him. Furthermore, the mark on Bran's head likewise can neutralize the magic that is curved into the wall, as a protection from the White Walkers and their wights. How can I tell for sure? Well, the magic wards around the cave in which Three-Eyed Raven along with Children of the Forest and Bran were was neutralized by Bran's mark from the Night King, which means that anywhere Bran goes, the Night King will be able to go after him. No matter if some places contain magic as a protection, the Night King will pass with the help of his mark on Bran's hand. While we are looking forward to see full Stark reunion at Winterfell, which we're most likely going to see, Bran's presence also means great threat for everyone else. However, I believe in leak plot, which also says that Bran will pass the wall and arrive to Winterfell, most likely in the middle of Season 7. If you're wondering, will Bran admit to Jon Snow who his true parents really are? The answer is simply no, he won't have an opportunity, at least not through the upcoming season. Jon will leave Winterfell and will go to Dragonstone before Bran's arrival, as leaked photo confirmed. Bran will, without a doubt, play a major role in both Season 7 and Season 8. I'm sure that the upcoming season will bring to us a lot of Bran's flashbacks from which we are going to find out a lot, until now unexplored and unexplained things. Like, for an example, in my opinion, it would be really helpful if one of Bran's flashbacks would include the tourney at Harrenhal, which would explain many things, along with the most important one: did Rhaegar Targaryen really kidnap Lyanna, and if not, who has spread the lies? This flashback would give us the answers on so many questions. For me personally, to finally figure out why would Rhaegar, known as one of the most honorable and in many eyes the kindest person in the Seven Kingdoms, kidnapped Lyanna and possibly raped her, which I don't believe he did. However, Bran's flashback will, in my opinion, play the important role in the upcoming seasons. Now let's move on Arya. There are only a few photos of Maisie, which were taken while she was preparing for the shooting. While there are not leaked photos of Arya, there's one short scene from HBO's official teaser of a new season, which actually gave us a lot. There's the only one quick scene of Arya on horseback, wearing North clothes. In my opinion, it's scene of Arya's arrival at Winterfell. After all these years of suffering, she finally came back home, and that's her face expression with all emotions in it. Last scene of Arya in Season 6 is so satisfying scene in which Arya avenged her mother and her brother Robb by killing Walder Frey with smile on her face after she already butchered Lord Walder's sons and served their corpses to Walder inside the pie. After Arya told to Jaqen H'ghar who she really is and where she is going, a girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell and I'm going home. It was easy to assume even before official teaser was published that Arya will reunite with Brienne and Sansa at Winterfell and that we are going to have a full Stark reunion. Before that reunion happens, Arya will have an interesting trip to Winterfell full of the encounters. My first prediction is that on her way home, Arya will finally meet her direwolf Nymeria. Second most likely Arya's encounter could be with Melisandre. Now that Melisandre is heading south and Arya is heading north, and after Melisandre's prophecy that she told to Arya, I see a darkness in you, and in the darkness eyes staring back at me. Brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. Eyes that you'll shut forever. We will meet again. Surely they'll meet again. Arya did shut all of these eyes. The only remaining thing of that prophecy to happen is Melisandre meeting Arya again. Our opinion is that Melisandre's prophecy will come true in the first episodes of the upcoming season. The question is, how the meeting is going to end? Well, we know Arya, and we know that she is dedicated to decreasing the names on her kill list, and we also know that Melisandre is on that list. The possible outcome could be Arya killing Melisandre, after which Lord of the Light would bring her back to life, since she has many things yet to do. This is only a possibility, while the sure thing is Arya's arrival in Winterfell, most likely in the middle of season 7. Arya will surely play a big role in the upcoming season, but me personally would like more than anything else to see unification between Arya and Jon, while I'm sure won't happen until the last season. I'm going to talk about a little more about Arya in a few moments. Let's now move on Sansa Stark's fate in season 7. There are only a few photos of Sophie Turner, aka Sansa Stark, and all of those photos were taken while she was either arriving or leaving the shooting set, which didn't give us a lot. Actually, it gave us absolutely nothing. While leaked photo gave us absolutely nothing, HBO's teaser of a new season gave us a little bit more. HBO's teaser of the upcoming season is a short video with 4 short scenes, of which 2 scenes include Sansa. In the first part of the video, it's Sansa. A lot of fans are saying that she looks kinda weird, which is because Sophie's Turner's decision to use a wig, mostly because her hair suffered a lot from dyeing after all of these years. As we can see, Sansa is at Godswood of Winterfell, which is not any kind of spoiler. However, she seems a little surprised, which leads me to assume that this scene could represent the first meeting between Brienne and Sansa, could represent Sansa's first look at Bronn after all of these years. Also, there's one more scene from the teaser which includes Sansa. In that scene, Jon is talking to her. In my opinion, this scene takes place while Jon is telling to Sansa that he received the invitation from Daenerys and that he is heading south while she is now in charge of Winterfell. The last scene of Sansa in season 6, in which she and Littlefinger are having suspicious eye contact. Many fans consider it as Sansa's disappointment on Jon becoming the king in the north and the ruler of Winterfell, along with possible Sansa's betrayal on Jon over Littlefinger. While my thoughts are that Sansa would maybe do that if it all played a few years ago, but now, I don't think so. Sansa is aware that Littlefinger is playing games, and is more than aware of that because of him she got raped, which helped Sansa to figure out that Peter Baelish would let her suffer or even being killed if that would bring him an Iron Throne. All of this in my opinion means that Sansa might cooperate with Littlefinger in the upcoming season, but now Sansa is the one that is going to play games. Sansa is the one that is going to manipulate Peter Baelish. It's definitely going to be interesting to see Sansa's other side, darker side, and also to see Littlefinger finally being played and manipulated. With emotional scenes between Arya, Bronn and Sansa who are finally going to reunite in the upcoming season, there will also come to the fore the prominent difference between two sisters, between Arya and Sansa. Arya has always had more rigid moral code, while Sansa has learned to be more pragmatic. Arya is a skilled killer and wants vengeance immediately with her skills, while Sansa has more subtle, manipulative way of doing things, which she has learned from Littlefinger. Having developed very different perspectives, Arya and Sansa will clash over the matter of ruling. For Sansa and Arya would be very helpful to try to understand each other and to team up, which they might do in future. However, upon noticing the difference between two sisters, Peter Baelish will probably take a chance to take the advantage with increasing conflict between Arya and Sansa. How will it end for Littlefinger? For that answer we have to wait for season 7. It might end with Arya put Littlefinger on her kill list, so we don't have to explain you what would happen to Littlefinger after that. Another possible outcome could be, as I've already said, Sansa manipulating Peter Baelish during bigger amount of the upcoming season, and when she gets all she wants, then she would kill him, as a revenge for Littlefinger for putting her in hands of Ramsay and also for betraying her father Ned. Littlefinger played the main role and is guilty for Sansa being raped, so it will represent Sansa's strength once again, just like when she killed Ramsay. In my opinion, Starks are definitely going to find out about Littlefinger's betrayal on Ned, but the main question is how. There are a lot of possibilities, such as Jon finding out from Varys while he's at Dragonstone, but my favorite would be Bran finding out in one of his flashbacks. In my opinion, that would be the best way, don't you think?